Alright guys, oh, well, you know what I just remembered? Starting this video, I'm going to turn off the sounds because it just drowns out. Actually, maybe if I do that, let's try that one time. It really drowns out me speaking, but I do kind of like, I'm just used to it, I guess, the sounds. Anyway, this is continuing our tutorial for Safari from the first tee. We're going to the second hole. Found the course. And again, this one's a par 5. Keeping in mind, I'm driving the ball a little over 400 yards in this tutorial. It should be an eagle hole most of the time. If you're under 400 yards, this is going to be one of those holes that I'm going to play twice. And it can be an eagle hole from there, but not quite as often. So if you want to play it safe, it can be an easy birdie hole. But eagle is possible. All right. You see that little landing zone out there? That's what we're aiming for. Perfect spot is probably about between half and 2/3 of the way back of that thing. You don't want to be forward. Those trees beyond it, I've never hit them, but it really looks close. It makes me nervous, so I'm usually aiming in the back. And I will hit the power shot, and then I normally hit it about between 408 and 410 yards. We have a little bit of helping wind, a little bit of left to right, so I'm going to back it down to about 404, 405, somewhere in there. How about that? And that should get us right where we want. Unless I'm really concerned with points, I'm just going to hit a normal shot here. I'm not going to juice. Because it's kind of, even it's a small target, but it is a little bit forgiving in some aspects. And I hit a perfect shot anyway, so yay for me. Speed things up. Alright, I've landed a little far forward than I want to be, but I'm on the landing area, which is what's important. 248 yards. Again, I like to hit shaping shots more times than not. And here we are. It's a very, very small green. Guys, don't... the pin's in a very friendly spot. Usually they like to tuck it over here sometimes. Sometimes they'll tuck it on the left-hand side. Aim for the middle of the green. It's a small green. If you're anywhere on that green, in two, or however many, if you're just on the green, it's a short enough putt that you should be able to make it most times. All right, where I aim is going to be front center of this green. That's usually my aiming point. Now we have a helping wind and a left to right, so I'm going to back it out about 6 or 8 yards, and then I'm going to move it over to account for the wind. So we're going to go to 235, 236, good, and then that's about a 2 wind, I guess. So about right there should be where we want it to be. Now, as you can kind of see, when that ball lands, it's going to get a kick to the right anyway, which is one of the reasons I like this left to right fade coming into this green. It gets you further away from that creek as you're approaching. So now this shot I will use the perfect zone, and see if I can get the power bar right. Make this look better than that. Alright, judging by the path it showed a minute ago, it looked like it may be short, but I think it's going to be good. And looky there. Like I said, that's center of the green. That's where you want to be.
For eagle.
And if we were to turn this way and look, if they were to put the pin up here where they like to put it sometimes, you have to adjust it to a medium putt, but that's not out of the question. It's not a horrible putt to make. As we have here, it's downright easy, and even I don't need a putting guide for this one. And bingo, there's an eagle. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to go out to the main screen and swap up to my shorter clubs, and we're going to play it again. So we'll be back in just a second. All right, guys. I think I'm back. Let me check. Yep. Okay. It didn't give me a notification that I was recording again, but I hit it. All right. Now I've swapped clubs, and now I'm hitting about 380, a little bit under 380. So, but this is applicable even if you're hitting 350 and all that. I think you're still in the range that you want to be. From 380, you can still get out there with a little bit of helping wind and a full shot like that one right there. That would get to that zone, and that's where I would play it. It's kind of one of those things. Whatever your distance is, you need to check it. Come here to the practice and see if you can get there or not, and what wind conditions will get you there. But the purpose of this one is to show what happens when you've got to shorten up and go over here. If I remember right, it's about 350 to get to this secondary landing zone. And from the first tee, pretty much anybody should be able to get to that distance. That should be one all you guys can get to. When you start playing longer tees, there's another zone way over here that you have to get to. Any of these fairways, they call them, along the river, just avoid those. They're ridiculous that they're even there. But we want to hit at 350, 360, somewhere in there to get to that landing zone there. So let's, again, I'm not going to waste the perfect zone because we may need it on the next shot. And a nice little glitch got me pushing it way off to the right. But we may still be there. Yeah, look at there. And we're on. All right, now we're 350 yards out, which is still a pretty good distance. And if that's too far for you to make it, like I said earlier, it is possible to eagle this hole, but and we're going to go for it on this tutorial. If it's too far, then come out here, land in the middle of this thing, and it's just a nice pitch shot from there to the green. But we're going to shape it. I'm going with full fade. I'm going to land short and left of the green, as always. So right in here, and we're going to equip the perfect zone. Ooh, that's not even right. My phone is glitching. That's better. And that ought to get us a pretty decent location. You're not going to be guaranteed to get on this green. We hit it and rolled off the back, and that's what you're going to get more cases than not, because really you've got to land way short and let it hop up there. And if you land it much shorter than that, you're flirting with that creek, and you're better off taking the easy birdie. So, real quick, we'll just line up. It's too far. It's better. Get a little rough shot. And that rolled past the hole, but there's a little 4-yard putt to come back. That's an easy one. That's a simple birdie. But what we're going to do now, figure why the heck not. Let's say you don't have the yardage to get there. Let's instead play a shot out here to the middle of this thing. Again, if you get up in this zone here, those trees are going to block you. So aim to the left and to the middle of that big landing zone in the middle. It really doesn't matter where, as long as you're significantly far enough back from those trees to get over them. Now we're 100 yards out. It's just a pitch shot. And again, you want to aim a little short. Uh-oh. See, I've cursed myself. We're in the tree. So, it does matter. Let's get further left and a little shorter. Remember, we're going for birdie. If I was a little closer than that, I could probably take a full lob wedge with the flop shot and get over those trees. But that was kind of a good example of no man's land. I'm probably going to do the same thing as usual. I'll just aim right here at the front edge. If we're playing it safe, again, maybe aim a little bit further than that so that you get on the green.
Perfect shot.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've played from there, guys, so that's not the results we were looking for, because now we're having to chip for birdie. And if you guys ever get this, this is my little tip. I'm in the rough, but I'm too close. You know, if we could go over here and use the rough shot, it's way too close. That never works out well. Go to a chip and you add half the distance. So we're basically 7 yards. So add 3.5 to that. So we go to 10.5 yards. Is about what you need. And it's going to take that off when you hit it. So you see the distance is right. I can't aim for nothing.
For par.
So here we are. We have par. That would be a disappointment if we were playing it. It is a birdieable hole, but if we're playing, you know, all the way back and having to hit the landing zone, I should have hit the green. It's one we should hit more times than not. But again, worst case scenario, we have par. So there you go. Hope that helps you some. I'm going to go ahead and do the third hole too now in just a minute. So stop this.